Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we are continuing our Ben 10 journey. This is Season 1, Episode 3, titled The Krakken. Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, we are continuing our Ben 10 journey. This is Season 1, Episode 3, titled The Krakken. Now, the word there, Krakken, it's spelled a little bit differently than I'm used to seeing. It's K-R-A-K-K-E-N is the spelling of this episode. But I'm used to the spelling as K-R-A-K-E-N. So there's an extra K in the middle there. So I'm not really sure if that changes the pronunciation or whatever. Regardless, I'm excited because I've really enjoyed the first two episodes of Ben 10. They were great. And I really enjoyed how they kind of set up these characters, of course. Ben, Cousin Gwen, and Grandpa Max, right? His name's Max, I believe. But anyways, Grandpa. And the Omnitrix, and the fact that and I responded to someone saying this because someone brought this up. The first two episodes basically introduce us to a wide variety of villain types we're going to be seeing throughout the show, potentially. Because I was thinking, are we only going to be dealing with aliens after seeing episode 1? Are we only going to be dealing with aliens? Not the case at all, because episode 2, we had this mad scientist who mutated a frog, some sort of parrot, bird, whatever, and then brought back to life a woolly mammoth and a zombified-looking T-Rex. It was freaking crazy, and it was cool to see the huge variety there, right off the bat. Aliens, mad scientists. So it got me more excited because I'm thinking, if we're only doing the aliens, I understand, because Omnitrix and turns Ben into different aliens or whatever, 10 different versions of aliens. But if that's all it is, okay, we'll see what they do with that. But that's not the case at all. It seems like as soon as he gets the Omnitrix, shit's going to go down. There's going to be different types of villains potentially throughout the show. And that gets me more excited to see the potential of what's going to happen in the future in terms of different types of villains going against him. And he has to find different ways to use his different alien forms he can turn into to take them down. So that's exciting. So let's get into it now, guys, and check it out. Episode 3, The Krakken. I'm excited to get to the next episode, guys. Let's go.
Nasty, slimy things are slithering around in there.
Got a point.
Rest my case.
Rest my case.
Camping by a lake.
What the fuck? Swamp Thing? Oh.
You should have seen the look on your face. A monster in the lake. How dumb can you be?
Well, something tells me there is a monster in the lake. Oh, of course it cuts. What in the fuck? Holy shit, right away. Okay, it's an actual monster. Okay.
But I'm not kidding this time.
There was an actual monster. Joke's over. There's no joke.
Some sleep.
These red glowing eyes.
I'm sure it was just some kind of big fish, that's all.
Yeah, that was a big fish then.
Captain Shaw?
Who wants to know?
I'm Max Tennyson.
Right away, who wants to know? I wouldn't want to be on that lake now. After knowing what's in there, that giant creature, Jesus.
Catch out there today.
There it is.
No, it's not, no. There it is.
Sightings go back hundreds of years on this very lake. Some
So like Loch Ness, kinda?
not me. I could take it to a spot and I will find it.
I will find it.
My words
Okay.
can't hide.
Bound and determined. Do not enter. What's going on?
What's going on?
Exactly, I asked that question too.
Maybe we should turn back.
I am Jonah Melville, the founder
Hello.
of Friends of Fish.
Friends of Fish.
The lake for an environmental study.
The sonar.
Uh-oh.
We found something.
Something's going on. Oh, shark?
Found us.
Maybe? Oh, fuck, it actually is. Holy crap. Uh-oh.
Nowhere in sight. I can just lay back and
No, you can't. Wow. Holy shit.
It's real.
And it's just showing itself in front of all those people.
I said with jaws.
Oh.
Accelerate.
Uh-oh.
Watch.
Oh, wait, he said the name and it's supposed to turn into that one? Oh, shit. Save people? That's good. That's priority number 1. Save the people. Oh! Oh, wow. Okay, I was wondering what he was going to do. Like a tornado type thing? Careful. That kind of worked. Oh, nice. Oh, and they still got it. And they're not even freaked out about the fact that he's an alien. But I guess it doesn't matter. There's a giant monster.
Shaw, Ben is overboard.
I mean, he almost made it. Oh, shit. It's still out there.
Time you're in my sights.
People are getting the fuck out of here. I don't blame them.
Last night, Captain Shaw and I were right. Who better to snag a lake monster than the guy with the monster buster on his wrist?
He's got a point.
This is just gonna have to be the one that got away, son.
I like how it's all misty and shit. Like, makes it more mysterious and crap. He's not in there.
Only one way to flush her out.
You gonna go diving?
Live bait.
Maybe I can
Okay.
go with you.
This guy's crazy. Reminds me of, what, is it Captain Ahab or something? Moby Dick? He's obsessed with it. Is that an egg? The fuck is that?
You went with a friend. I work alone. I ain't
Who the
got
fuck
no
are these
friends.
guys?
And with a sparkling personality like yours.
Who are these
What
guys?
did you see down there?
Nothing.
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 Same as always. I have to be sure.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, those are those guys.
Take Ahab here with us. I think his boat just got lost at sea.
Wow. Okay, that's an interesting reveal that these are the friends or fish or whatever are actually evil.
It's hero time.
It's hero time.
You are totally busted.
I like the voice. Totally busted. Careful. Careful, Ben. Jesus. They're gonna run his ass over.
Once and for all.
Eyes behind the back of his head, basically. Come on. Krakken's back.
Getting too
Uh-oh.
crowded around here.
Perfect. That was too perfect, but I'll let it go. It's fine.
He travels around the world poaching rare animals
Oh.
and sells them to private collectors.
Wow.
Rates them up. Oh man.
I have a spare boat down at the docks.
Well, of course you have a spare boat. Why wouldn't you have a spare boat? They're just stealing eggs. That's an interesting device that he was just in, but they're just stealing eggs. That's the whole point.
Highest bidder.
The hell? This is a new one. Oh shit. Oh, I like the voice. This little maneuver. She's like, what? She's probably thinking, what? Uh-oh.
All right, buddy. Go high.
Nice. That was smart. Boom. Exactly. Oh, careful. Don't bite down too hard. Smart bet to say. Ooh. Oh. Just setting him down. See, I'm helping you. I'm helping you. Oh, shit. Oh, you're an idiot. Get out of here. Oh.
One of the eggs must have hatched. Imagine this trophy.
Oh my god. I was wondering. Once again, and I know we're only 3 episodes in, but another great episode of Ben 10. Holy crap. And they were not lying with that title. That was the Kraken. That was a giant sea monster. And this was a really, really good episode. And what I liked is that there's a twist in the episode because the way they set it up is that the Kraken, this giant sea monster, is the villain of the episode essentially, or the thing that Ben has to fight. Ultimately, no. It's these humans who were lying and saying we're part of Friends of Fish or Friends for Fish or whatever. I think it's Friends of Fish. But they were closing down part of the lake because they weren't really studying anything. They were there to steal the Kraken's eggs that it had laid. And that's why it's going crazy, attacking people and stuff. It's not because the Kraken, the sea monster, wants to actually attack people. It's because it wants to protect its eggs. It's going to become a mother, right? So that's why. Like, it's an interesting turn because literally they have this Captain Shaw, who's kind of like Captain Ahab, essentially obsessed with the sea monster, obsessed with Moby Dick. You know, that's kind of what they're kind of implying here, is that this is kind of who he is. He's obsessed with the sea monster. And they introduce these guys on another boat, Friends of Fish or whatever, and they're like, hey, sorry about that, we're closing down part of the lake here, and we're doing some research. And then literally, there's Gwen searching up a little bit later when it's revealed that these three, because we see this like stealth kind of boat next to Shaw's boat when he goes out there again, and Ben, of course, stows away on there without him realizing, and they're finding out, oh, there's an egg down there or whatever, and then there's these three guys in these suits. One takes off the mask, like, oh, that's that guy. And then Gwen looks up, he's like, oh, this guy, he goes around stealing shit, and he like, you know, is really bad against, you know, whatever. Like, basically, he's just a bad guy. And he finds it pretty quick. So, it's like, if you don't do your research, you won't know who this guy actually is. And I like how they pretty much revealed that. And the turn is that they're actually the villains. It's not the Kraken at all. But what I liked in that final sequence was Ben turns into this aquatic-looking creature, kind of like, I'm thinking, even though it's not even close, I'm like, Creature of the Black Lagoon, even though it's not even close. But I like the design of this new alien that could swim underwater. And there was like this whole tug of war against the eggs, essentially, against the bad guy, who's in this like mechanical type suit or whatever. And then you have Ben as an alien, and then you have the sea monster. The sea monster, until the very end, didn't realize that Ben as this, you know, alien, or essentially another aquatic creature because the sea monster probably thinks, oh, it's another sea monster or whatever trying to steal my eggs, or something's trying to steal my eggs. But for that, there's like a tug of war where they're literally, like, Ben's trying to fight the guy, the sea monster's fighting both of them, and Ben is actually not trying to steal the eggs, he's trying to get them away from the guy, and then of course sea monster comes and hits him. It's like, I wish the sea monster, the Kraken, would understand what's happening here, but it's okay. But not until the end where he goes to where the eggs were originally found. I'm guessing. I guess that's where the first one was found. Whenever they both went down there in their scuba diving gear, Shaw and Ben, and that one was there. So I'm guessing he put both of them there and laid him down, like, back away slowly, and then he actually prevents the sea monster from killing that guy. He actually gets in the middle of him, which obviously, if that sea monster really wanted to kill him, the sea monster would have killed Ben as well if it wanted to, really. But it just backed away, said, okay. And then, of course, you know, send that guy to the police or whatever. But it was a nice twist because I wasn't expecting it. I really thought we're fighting a sea monster this episode. No, we're actually fighting just assholes. We're fighting this jackass and his group or whatever that go around stealing shit, or they sell stuff at high prices and they're terrible people and they're not actually a part of this group that's actually for, you know, Friends of Fish or whatever. It's all made up bullshit. But they apparently have a lot of money to do all this to make it seem like it's legit stuff, because that guy was completely different when we first met him. Hey everybody, hi, we're here to do some research and everything. It's like, okay. I like how immediately when Grandpa Max goes and talks to Shaw at the beginning of the episode, he's like, are you Captain Shaw? Who wants to know, or whatever. Like, right away, he's already showing a little bit of aggression there. But I like how they handled his character, where literally it did not matter what was happening. His only goal was to get to the sea monster. And then, of course, he never actually succeeded. He actually captures Ben in the process, which is pretty funny. I like how the episode opened because it's something I noticed that the show has done in the first two episodes, is that Ben and Gwen's relationship has changed because, of course, he has the Omnitrix, but not to the point where they still banter and they still kind of quip back and forth with each other, because literally he's like, come on in the water, and she's like, well, who knows what's in there? You know, it could be nasty stuff, or like basically implying there's some pretty, you know, nasty, creepy stuff in there, and she points to lie to him, I rest my case. Like, that banter is going to continue, and it still continued, of course, in this episode. Shut up, computer. And I liked it a lot because it really shows that their relationship is going to evolve potentially over time in terms of him being this hero now. It's hero time. Like, hearing him say that, because people have been commenting saying, it's hero time. So hearing him say, like, oh, it's hero time. Okay. But I like the fact that they can still kind of banter as cousins, because ultimately I don't think that portion of their relationship is going to change, because it seems like it's always been there for so long that even though he's this hero now, he can turn into these different aliens, he's saving people, ultimately that is not going to change part of the relationship. What I also like too is that he accidentally turned into the speedster alien in the beginning of the episode when the Kraken actually revealed itself, because at that point those guys had actually captured one of the eggs. It was in that box. That's why that thing was so adamant on getting that box from their Friends of Fish boat or whatever, because that box didn't contain food or lunch, as they said. It's lunch. It's because they actually had one of the eggs. So I think that's what they had, right? I'm pretty sure that's what that was implying. Yeah, because they made a point to point that out, saying that's probably why it went after that box, because there was an egg in there. So they have all that, and so they have that little thing there to kind of lead you to what the actual reveal is. But of course, at the time, you're thinking, okay, just getting a box. But what's in the box? Lunch. It ain't lunch. Makes more sense. It's an egg. But what I liked in the speedster alien, getting back to that point, the speedster alien is that literally he accidentally turns into it. He's like, I didn't want this. So he's having to run across the water. His first priority is to save, of course, Gwen, but he saves everybody else who's out in the water, because that Kraken went in and hit on that dock or whatever and slammed it and then sent them all flying into the water. So I like how they make a point for Ben to save all of them first and then try to deal with the problem he perceives as a problem. The Kraken is not doing this because it wants to. It's doing this because it's trying to save its eggs. So it makes more sense. And I like that little moment too where he actually kicks it in the chin or whatever, like really fast. Even though now we know the turn that the Kraken is actually not a bad sea monster. It's not actually a villain. It's just trying to protect, its eggs. It's trying to get its eggs back. So, but it was still cool to see that kind of moment, because at the time, he didn't know what the hell's going on. All he knows is at the beginning of the episode when he tricked, and he looked like Swamp Thing. I think that was kind of, because it's Cartoon Network, so it's kind of, it's Cartoon Network, owned by Warner Brothers, so maybe that's how they were able to kind of do it, was make it look kind of like Swamp Thing a little bit. But it was funny to turn into, I forget what there's apparently names for these aliens, and it's going to take me a long time to learn the names if I ever learn them. But the four-armed red alien he used to fight the T-Rex in the Mammoth 2, in episode 2, to look like, a giant swamp-looking creature. And then, of course, the shadowed-out version, it was shadowed. You didn't see the design or whatever of the Kraken attacking him. That was pretty cool, because he's like, oh shit, because he tricked Gwen into thinking there's a sea monster or whatever, he's a monster. Then he has to go and tell both of them, I got attacked by giant sea monsters. Like, you already did that joke, the joke's over. Like, there's no joke, he actually was attacked. Of course, they're not believing him at all. Anything else I'm missing in particular I need to bring up? Oh, I like too how literally the sea monster reveals itself, everybody else there basically camping out left, the police are on their way. How much is this going to get out in terms of the Kraken, the sea monster, being real? Like, is there any video footage that's going to be? Because I'm thinking, is the world going to start learning about all this different stuff now? Like, this mad scientist who brought a woolly mammoth back to life, brought back a zombified looking T-Rex, mutated a frog and some sort of parrot in episode 2. The alien stuff, there was aliens attacking people, so I'm thinking, is the world going to start changing because of all these different things that are popping up? Or is the show not going to get to that level of storytelling where it's going to start affecting the world when all these things are popping up? Or it's going to be one of those things to where it just kind of happens, and it is what it is. I'm kind of hoping that they either explain, one, this kind of stuff's been happening all the time, so people are kind of used to all this crazy shit, or two, the world is going to start changing because of the fact that, one, there was a robot-type device attacking people at this camping ground, and then you have this mad scientist in this giant, like, Mega Mart type thing, and then he's attacking people at their homes with a T-Rex and shit. There's a woolly mammoth that was there as well at the museum, and it was thrown around, and it was running around. There was a giant bird flying around, that parrot, and then there's that giant toad being seen as well. And now there's a creature in this lake, this giant Kraken creature, and people left because they saw it, and they got out of there. Is the world going to start changing because of all this stuff? Like, I'm just curious to see how far that may go, if that's ever going to happen. I don't know. I'm just curious about that. But I really enjoyed the episode. Love the banter, but of course, like I said, between Ben and Gwen. And I like the dynamic between all three of them in terms of working together, trying to help out, and basically being heroes at the end of the day. It's really, really cool. And overall, I'm really enjoying the show, and I'm glad that I picked up the show, and I'm glad you guys voted for the show ultimately. So thank you guys so much. So what'd you guys think of episode 3 of Ben 10, the Kraken? Whatever thoughts you have, guys, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.